Hello students, good morning. Today we are going to see about urban changes during the British period, History, Unit 7. Introduction. The evolution of town has occurred in different ways in different stages. Towns in India can be classified into three types: ancient towns, medieval towns and modern towns. First one you see ancient towns. In ancient times, towns emerged in and around of residential places of kings and its location easily accessible to sea and river for trade. Most of them developed as administration and religious and cultural centers. Example, Karapa, Varanasi, Madurai, etc. Second one you see medieval towns. During the medieval times, most of the towns developed of headquarters of principality and kingdoms. Example, Delhi, Agra, Hyderabad and Nagpur. Third one you see modern towns. With the arrival of Europeans brought about new changes in the development of towns. The first developed some coastal towns such as Surat, Daman, Goa and Pondicherry. Unique features of urbanization under the British. First one, in the beginning of 18th century, the policy of the British proved harmful to the process of urbanization. With the help of one-way free trade and prominence of British, Indian manufacturing industry were destroyed. There was a sudden collapse of urban handicrafts industry which had for centuries made India's name in the market of the entire civilized world. Town and cities, long famed for their specialized product, gauge continually shrinking market. As a result, world populous manufacturing towns such as Dhaka, Surat, Lucknow lost the previous importance. The traditional industrial base of Indian cities made by the indigenous handicraft production was destroyed by industrial revolutions. Next one you see de-urbanization. The transformation of India's economy into a colonial one, a market for manufacturing and sources for the supply of the raw materials to her industries hit caught the industrial and commercial base of a number of towns. Another factor which contributed to the decline of the urban centers of the British period was introduction of the network of railroads in India since 1853. Next one you see the growth of new urban centers. British developed new centers of trade like Calcutta, Madras and Bombay on the eastern and western coastal areas. All those were earlier fishing and weaving villages. Here they built their homes, shops and churches as well as their commercial and administrative headquarters. In the 18th century, Calcutta, Bombay and Madras rose in prominence of presidency cities. Opening of Suez Canal, introduction of steam navigation, construction of railways, canals and coal mining, tea plantation, banking, shipping and insurance, etc. Next one you see port cities. The British arrived in India for trading. Madras, Calcutta and Bombay became the important ports. The English East India Company built its factories and fortified them for the production for their settlement. Fort St. George in Madras and Fort St. William in Calcutta were the best examples. Next one, cantonment towns. The British occupied the Indian territory and political power by the military force. Army people began to live in these places and gradually they were grown up a city. Example, Kanpur and Lahore. Next one, hill station. Hill station were distinctive features of colonial urban development. Although hill stations were not unknown prior to their founding by the British in India, They were few and had a small population and were often visited for specific purposes. Example, Srinagar was a Mughal recreational centers and Kedarnath and Badrinath were Hindu religious centers. Hill stations were developed both in North and South India. Example, Shimla, Darjeeling and Kodaikanal. Next one, railway towns. Railway towns were also a type of urban settlements and were established in 1853. By the nature of railway transport, all the towns were located on the plans. Next one, creation of municipalities and corporation. The development of local government in the British India may be traced in three distinct phases. First phase, second phase and third phase. First phase in the year 1688 to 1882. Second phase 1882 to 1920. Third phase 1920 to 1950. Origin and growth of Madras. In the beginning of the city of Madras goes back to the early stages of British commercial enterprises in India. The English East India Company was started in 1600 AD. 12 years later, a factory was set up at Surat on the west coast. By the Francis Day, an Anglo-Gogan was granted permission to establish a factory, trading post and fort at Madras Pattanam in 1639. This fortified settlement came to be known as Fort St. George Settlement. It is otherwise referred to as the White Town. Thank you students for your patient listening. Let's see a new class next week. Thank you.